Welcome to another episode of Adult Erotica in Comics. You are watching SFawn82, and I, of course, am Scotty, your underground comic loving friend. This week, we take it way back to the early 1950s to an artist who is a master of good girl art. He created the character Torchy Todd for several comic books, including Torchy Comics. Of course, I'm talking about Bill Ward. It's going to be a fun video, and I hope you all will stick around. Bill Ward, born William Hess Ward on March 6th of 1919 in Brooklyn, New York. He is one of the most notable American good girl artists, and he created the character Torchy Todd for Torchy. Though born in Brooklyn, Ward grew up in Ridgewood, New Jersey, where his father was an executive with the United Fruit Company, a multinational corporation that traded in tropical fruit, primarily bananas, grown on Latin American plantations and sold across the U.S. and Europe. By age 17, Ward, already an art hobbyist, began his professional career by illustrating beer jackets, a type of white denim jacket with text or design printed or drawn on the back. He charged $1 per jacket, and by his own count, drew hundreds during that summer. He went on to attend Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, where one classmate was future naturist painter Bob Kuhn. Ward graduated in 1941 and through the university's placement bureau obtained a Manhattan art agency job at $18 a week, sweeping floors, running errands, and serving as an art assistant. He was fired after accidentally cutting in half a finished Ford automobile illustration with a mat knife. Still rooming at his college fraternity house, he received a call from Pratt regarding another job assisting comic book artist Jack Bender. Ward's first credited works are writing and drawing an episode each of the two-page humor features Private Ward in Fawcett's Spy Smasher issue 2 in winter of 1941 and Bullet Man issue 3 in January of 1942. Shortly after, Quality Comics editor George Brenner hired Ward to write and pencil the hit aviator feature Black Hawk of World War II, with the next several issues generally but unconfirmably credited to Al Bryant. Ward's most notable creation, Torchy Todd, was a blonde bombshell, a ditzy but good-hearted young woman who frequently found herself in humorous, risque encounters. She would make her comic book debut as star of a backup feature in Quality Comics' Doll Man issue 8 in spring of 1946, and continued in all but 3 issues through issue 28 in May of 1950, as well as in Modern Comics issues 53 through 89, and a Torchy solo series which would run for 6 issues from November of 49 through September of 1950. Several Torchy stories were reprinted in Innovation Comics' 100-page square-bound comic book, Bill Ward's Torchy, The Blonde Bombshell, Issue 1 in 1992. Also being reprinted in AC Comics anthology, Good Girl Art Quarterly Issue 1, Issues 11, and Issue 14, and in AC's America's Greatest Comics Issue 5 in 2003. Comic Images released a Torchy trading card set in 1994 as well. Ward drew an original cover featuring Torchy for Robert M. Overstreet's annual book, The Comic Book Price Guide, Issue 8 in 1978. Ward's last confirmed comic book work is a story in Black Hawk, Issue 63 in April of 1953. His last unconfirmed works both appeared 2 months later. A Black Hawk story in Black Hawk issue 65, and a Captain Marvel Jr. tale in Fawcett Comics' The Marvel Family, issue 84, both in June of 1953. Ward would turn to magazine cartooning going forward, some featuring Torchy Todd for publications such as Abe Goodman's Humorama. Ward was also a regular artist for the satirical humor magazine Cracked. He dabbled some in underground comics, drawing a pornographic Stella Starlet in John Moser's Weird Smut Comics issue 1 in 1985, and a sugarcane story in issue 2 as well. Ward wrote and illustrated erotic stories for men's magazines such as Jugs and Leg Show. During this time, he also did cover and interior art for various paperback publishers of softcore and hardcore pornography, especially those owned by William Hamling, and illustrations, primarily cover art, for Screw, a pornographic online magazine that was originally published as a weekly tabloid newspaper. Ward even worked in mainstream comics at one time, having drawn a 4-page Part 1 of the Judge Dredd story, The Mega City 5000, in the weekly British comic book 2000 AD, issue 40, in November of 77, which was later reprinted in Judge Dredd The Early Cases, issue 3, by Eagle Comics in spring of 86. Bill Ward's glamour girls were staples of countless, his work being displayed amongst so many of the greats, like Dan DeCarlo and Jack Cole. His stunning women boasted exaggerated Barbie-like proportions, poured into a sexy cocktail dress or lawn. One thing that set Ward apart from the rest was his use of the Conte crayon, which when drawn on newsprint stock, created Bill's trademark sheen on his women's thigh-high stockings. Ward lived a pretty long life, passing away in Jersey on November 17th of 1998 at the age of 79, but not without first leaving behind years of magnificent, beautiful artwork for the entertainment of millions of people to come, including myself. As I wrap up this video, I'll throw up on the screen an additional slideshow of some of his work, but I would implore you to go check out his works on your own. It's fantastic stuff. I want to take a quick moment while we are here to shout out the I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Your $1.99 per month helps not only improve the channel, but it helps me help others in recovery here in Chattanooga, Tennessee by giving a little extra helping hand. Basic essential supplies that get dropped off and distributed to people that don't have those things and are working to turn their lives around. If you'd like to join, it's real easy to do. Hit that join button. It only costs $1.99 per month, less than the price of your average comic book. I appreciate your thoughts and consideration, and I thank you, channel members. And I also want to shout out you guys that have made it this far in the video. I really appreciate you so much. I have 2 special shout outs that I wanted to do during this video. I got the inspiration for this video from 2 different gentlemen, 2 golden age comic book collectors who have a wealth of knowledge, and they both have fantastic collections as well as media platforms. So I wanted to shout out Comic Collector Geek, Alan over at Comic Collector Geek. He has an amazing YouTube channel, so be sure to check that out. I also wanted to shout out Steven Collecto6, COLLECTO, the number 6, on Instagram. That's where you can find him. And they both have the most amazing comic book collections that you'll ever see, and they both have a wealth of knowledge. I would highly insist that you go check them out. So big shout out to those guys that helped inspire this week's video. And like I said, thank you guys for coming through. Please hit that like button. Please make sure you're subscribed. I'm dropping new videos every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time. In the meantime, have a fantastic week. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.